Hey Aries, welcome into your video. Welcome in. All right, let's put that back there. Let's start with, where are we? This is June 5th. So we're going to go into the second week. We already did this week. Yeah, middle of the month. Let's do that. Middle of June. Situation for my Aries. Guys, I see a new project on the horizon. Project. Yes, it can be a passion, a new beginning with a person. Actually, if we're gonna like talk about what the big boys are doing up there, guess what? The last time we saw Venus hooking up with Jupiter in Cancer was like eons ago. Anyway, point is, everyone is supposed to benefit this, but for Aries, I think it's falling in your 5th house, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's supposed to bring you a lot of luck and love. But for me, it feels lucky a little bit in the world of work and finance. All right, and your relationships with other people. Regardless if they're colleagues at work or friends or even relationships. Yes, some of you are having a passionate new beginning with a person that seems like it could be very committed, very serious, and quite quick. Others of you, I'm really vibing 80% of you. This is a new project with a lot of money. And this is you bossing up, big energy, big boss energy, Aries. All right, because the Emperor is at the bottom of the deck. You guys are creating empires. You are dealing with something where you're creating something. And June is supposed to be that month of those opportunities. And there it is. That's an opportunity. But this is almost like exciting. Okay, but you have to turn it into something more solid, obviously. What's coming in towards my Aries, please? Knight of Cups in the cross. All right, listen, Aries, I don't want you to think, I'm sure you believe this to be true too, where I say you're emotionally mature, you're emotionally available. You are. But being emotionally mature isn't about just like you could sit there and have some of the most brilliant conversations on a soulful level. Yes, you can, but you're also able to absorb the difficult ones too. The thing that's only challenging you is to go and ask that person out or to invite that person out to have that conversation based on something emotional. So don't be challenged either to accept it or to do it. You just have to make that final judgment call. It's also kind of like one of those things where you're emotionally mature enough to be like, all right, I think I need to sit this person down and see them face to face and have that closure. We're not doing immature stuff like texting them this shit or, we're making plans. I mean, Aries, you've always been strong enough to do that, but this is on another level. This is like coming from a peaceful, calm place. What is the surprise of the week here for Aries, please? Others of you, there's a challenge here to invite you somewhere or you invite someone somewhere. You're perceived very well, though. Seeing this a lot lately, 3 of Wands in reverse. I think this is going on for the whole collective because so far it's been in everyone's reading. Because I think this is the do or die month. This is do or do not, right? The bridge dissolved. So some of you are on one side and others are on the other. The time has arrived to do whatever it is that you're going to do. So now is the time of action. Especially when 3 of Wands is here. Because Wands, first of all, is action. In the upright position, 3 of Wands talks about things that you're waiting for. Or you have to wait for them. Like your ships to come in. To see the rewards of all your actions, this and that. Your rewards are coming in. 3 of Wands in reverse. The ship is here. It's docked. Now is the time. You're unloading the ship. It's time to move. So it's one of those type of energies. And as it disembarks all the shit on the boat, you're going to get back on the ship and you're going to leave. You're going to go forward and you're going to leave all the chaos behind you. Might not even be a boat. You might take one of their rafts and say, you know what? I'm leaving here and going there. Bye-de, bye-bye. Yeah, something might have stagnated for you. So you're no longer, you're done waiting. It's not even about impatience. It's just like, energetically speaking, it's just now is the time. What is the advice here for Aries, please? Some of you, this could be a passion, a new beginning in a commitment or marriage. So that's cute. All right, 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Let's see what's going on here. And the Empress. Yes, yes. Okay, so things... So imagine that bridge we spoke about many times in many readings, and I said that the bridge was dissolving, pretty much is dissolved. It's like one of those things like... I don't know why I'm having these flashbacks of like some stupid TV show called La Brea. There was like this sinkhole and people fell in the sinkhole and they went to a different timeline. Anyway, long story short, it's like the people in the current timeline where, you know, they're in whatever reality they're in. It's like they're throwing stuff in this like sinkhole. Meanwhile, the stuff that's going in there is going to a different timeline. Some of you forget the sinkhole. It's like you can see the other version of yourself across the bridge that no longer exists. So the sinkhole is in the middle. So it's like you're trying to throw whatever you got to the other side of said sinkhole. What the hell am I talking about? That's your past, the other side of the sinkhole, right? And you know where you're going now. You can't go back. There's no way you can. There's a sinkhole there. Not to mention the bridge is gone and your old time life is over there. So all the shit you don't want anymore in your life, you're throwing it in the sinkhole or you're throwing it to the other side. At least that's what you should be doing. It's time to say goodbye. Fond memories, very happy. There we go. You from the past, this from the past, the anguish from the past, the shitty job from the past, all gone. Do not give up the things you've learned, the things you've experienced, and the things you've endured. Do not give up. Do not give up the will to fight. Do not. Keep going, okay? Don't let your past break you. Not right now. It was there to make you. It was there to teach you. So going forward, you're going to take all those lessons and create something quite wonderful. Quite wonderful. All the shit you don't want in your life, throw it in the sinkhole. Know your worth and value. You already know it. That's what that all was. Your last 10 years. It was not to break you. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it was to break you down to rebuild you up. And this year, that's all happening, but quickly, quite fast. All right. And in June, I'm pretty sure with what's going on cosmically between Jupiter and Venus hooking up like that, in your 5th house, you're supposed to be super lucky in love. So let's see what's coming in. What is the outcome of the week, please? Well, I wasn't really expecting a 3 of Swords. It's the make you break you thing again. Yeah, it really is. Okay. So the thing that hurt you the most, and it doesn't even have to be the person, it is the actions of the person, because these are the things that create those wounds that we keep with us, right? Until we figure them out, but until we deal with them. So we bring them to the surface. We cry a little bit. We say never again, right? But because we're kind souls, we go out there and we put ourselves out there again. Some of us do not. That is the type of energy that holds you back. So you are actually learning from the pain because you are going in hermit mode because something is hurting you. Something is causing you hurt. But moreover, it's making you feel like you need to hide. But you also know you're probably going to throw this person down the sinkhole. Bye. may you stay there in like, I don't know what era or timeline, but don't come back to mine. You're making wise decisions. You're retracting your energy. It also feels like you're hiding out a little. That's because you're quietly leaving. It's like, you know, when you're at a job and you're quietly quitting, that's what you're doing. Or you're quietly leaving, or you're not letting people know what's going on. In general, I just think for the rest of the year too, Aries, it's not just the things that are hurting you, it's the good things that you're getting to. You're doing everything quietly. Rewards and pain. Which is good because it'll show itself in the wash by the end of the year anyway. So let's start clarifying, because I see you mentally disengaging from someone and something and saying, I'm just leaving this chaos. You're on the other side of the bridge. Most of you, 95% of you, are on the other side of the bridge, especially the ones listening to me and these videos. They're not going to be, I don't really think people who stayed in the old timeline can be on this frequency, not here. Because you guys have been elevating. You've been vibrating higher. And you are all ascended. You've ascended, actually. You ascended. Here we are in your ascension. But you're growing in this new ascension. So this is kind of geared towards this audience. I'm not going to lie to you. Or those of you who are ready for that. Let's continue and see what's going on, because we're talking about like serious shadow shit. And you're able to absorb it, the shock, all of it, and the learnings and the understandings. But also it's to be cool with the awesome stuff that's coming in, or understanding to be prepared for the awesome shit that's coming in. So when you get aces, those are the good things to expect. And how you're going to deal with those things, how you should, because aces are opportunities. You can hustle them or you can chuck them. Let's see what's going on here with your Ace of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Yeah, see how we have the Three of Wands in reverse here in the middle of the week, but in the beginning or your situation, that's you waiting. You finally go here. Some of you, you've been waiting to see what's going to happen with an old ex-partner or a marriage or a commitment while a new passionate beginning has come in. I see clearly you leave. Others of you, if this is work-related, yeah, because I see you going single. See? There you are. And in order to accept that wand in a relationship-wise, in the context of love, you need to be coming from a single place. Those of you where this Ace of Wands is in regards to a project of money or work or job, it will help you be financially independent, dependent on no one, nothing. It will bring in some massive financial gain. But I think you're waiting. What are they waiting for? Oh, I see. It's more like time, because you're healing from something from your recent past. And now that you are healing or have healed from, and I mean trauma, and I mean like assholes who tried to tear you down and apart, you're healing from that. You're also trying to come up with clever ideas. Also, you're sitting here trying to defend yourself from some sort of situation. So it's almost like you're biding your time. And it's not even that you're thinking about it, you're biding time. You're trying to come up with clever ideas, healing from past shit, and you defending yourself. So I think you're waiting to see who's on board. I'm getting that vibe. You're basically being smart about it. So let's see what this King of Nothing. It is the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords and Cross and Temperance. Virgo, by the way. Saggy over here. You're trying to get yourself untangled from a certain situation and unstuck. That's why you're like challenged by inviting someone out or receiving some sort of invitation. You're trying to find some balance. Because I think it's like you're stuck, but you're not stuck. It's like you made a decision to move forward with something, Aries, but you're trying to like weasel out is the wrong word, but wedge yourself out, or like eke out, or eke away, or just kind of get out of this jail that you've been in, or this thing that someone or something was holding you back in. You're trying to get released from their grips, or the grips of whatever that thing was that had you stuck, and finding some balance. That's why it's challenging for you to do this invite or receive the invite in whatever the invitation capacity is, which that's for a formal job or a relationship or a courtship, or to talk to somebody. You're seeking balance. That's why you're struggling to meet. And it's fine, because you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, emotionally mature. Because I see that this person is freaking you out, or stressing you out, or they're on your mind. Like what they're going to say, what they're going to do, what are you going to do? Like, are they going to linger there? Like, yeah, fuck guy, girl. Sorry. I need to make things sometimes funny because these energies are so heavy. What is the Three of Wands in reverse? Three of Wands in reverse. The Emperor. The Empress in reverse. What? No, absolutely not. Aries, we're in the surprise of the week, right? Something has arrived. Shit, you're under pressure. You're going to be put under the gun, friends. This is the moment you rise, quite literally. You know, I've been talking a little, like a few weeks back, I was talking about how you guys are like, you know how the phoenix comes out of the ashes and all that? But I said you're the dead phoenix in the ashes right now. You're about to out mid-month. Yep. You're like full-blown, grown little phoenix about to come on out. The Emperor. Aries energy. But you know how emperors create empires. They're people of authority. They're people who are CEOs, chiefs, leaders. They lead the way. They're pioneers. They invent things. They do things. They boss up. They're the boss of the family, boss of the relationship. They take the lead in the friendship, in like projects, whatever this is. Like you could be like, I don't know, soccer mom, and you take the lead and you take care of business and you create some plan there, whatever. It could be as small as that to the top of something. Anyway, so the moment has arrived where you're not so much in the hot seat, but where you show off your chops, basically. I want to emphasize, underline, score, key, highlight, whatever it is, bold, the Empress in reverse. Sure, this can be a power couple. I'll get to the relationship factor in a moment. I need to stick to the general version of this so you can all apply this where it belongs. The moment has arrived where you need to create your empire. You cannot have any fucking doubts. Zero doubts. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let anyone second guess you, because I did see like this, the Eight of Wands somewhere, the Seven of Wands before. No one, do not let anyone second guess you. Do not make anyone feed you with doubts. There will be gaslighters. There will be narcissists. There will be sexists. There will be this. There will be that. There will be jealous friends. All of them will come out of the goddamn woodwork because they didn't come up with it first, or they didn't think of it first, or whatever the reasons are. You need not listen to these people. You have to come out and be boss right now. You cannot doubt yourself for a second or just listen to any naysayers. You've got to do you. Okay? Now let's get into love. So, there's somebody here that is also proving to be somewhat emotionally mature or available. And you're bossing up in the situation, but you're doubting the relationship. So you have some sort of concerns midweek. But it seems like you're going to be upgrading something with someone. Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Tell me a little bit more about the Empress over there, please. It's because you're emotionally guarded. You feel like you can't show your cards or you can't open up. There's going to be some toxic vices here that will pop up within you or around you. Told you. No narcissists allowed. No hijackers. No, like, jealous friends. None of those people. Fuck them. They're not as brave as what you are and what you went through. This is a reason why you've been put on earth. Here it is. This is the time. This is the moment. Mid-June. Don't let these toxic people do things to you. Now, if you know you're dealing with someone toxic, that's why you have doubts against them. And that's why you feel constantly guarded around them too, on top of it. If no one makes you feel like you could drop your guard, they're worthless and useless to you. You already know this. You're like, goodbye. Okay, I classify you there. You stay there. Oh, you make me feel like I can't open up to you? I already know. I've been here. I've been down this road. You over there. You won't associate or deal with these people anymore, Aries. Chiron is gone. Taught you everything you needed to know. And now you're more than ever stronger than ever to go out there. Mid-June says so. Six of Cups, Ten of Wands. Advice for Aries, please. The Fool. You sure as shit will take that risk. You will land on your feet. This is an Aquarius card, but I always feel like sometimes it's an Aries card because it's the first card in the tarot deck and you're like the first zodiac sign in the wheel. So I'm like, this is Aries. Aries does this all the time. So even like the moon, which is Pisces, I always feel like it's Cancer because that's their planet. Anyway, neither here nor there. But take a risk, okay? Don't give up on what you've learned, what you've been through. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, you keep doing that shit. You close that door on your past. Keep up the good fight. I know someone's trying to wear you out or wear you down. Do not let them. Leave things that no longer make sense to you and take that risk without having anything lined up. Like, it's a lover, right? You don't know if you dump them, if they'll come back to you, or if you'll find somebody new. Just take the risk. If there's a job or an opportunity that I want you all, and I was just talking to two different Aries recently, and I feel like this should just be a general message to all Aries. You guys this year, you are meant to ask for big things. Not things that you think that you can manage or handle. Above that, take it to the next level. Something that you think is unacquirable. It can be. Something so drastic. It's like launching for the moon but landing on the stars. I just got done saying this to two Aries. So honestly, it just applies to all of you. Your whole cohort. You guys, this is what you're meant for. And June is the launching pad. Look at this. New love. Once you take that launch. New love. And by the way, the things that are coming in love-wise, mostly the end of 2026, I feel like, is like strong. This is like soulmate connection. This is like bonding type shit. This is like more like everlasting type energy. Some of you, it'll be a friendship. Some of you, it'll be a new child that comes into your life. Others of you, it will be a soulful connection on a romantic level. It's something that is strong. Okay? Now, what is the Three of Swords? The Hermit. Holy mother. There it is. Two of Cups, that soul connection I was talking about. You guys are learning from past pain in order to create new relationships. Ones where you understand that you like them and they like you. You know how to handle these now. That's why you're becoming wise from pain. Wise from pain. You know, it's like a silly situation. I'll give an example. Look at this, the Tower. Yes, it's sad, it's painful, but some of you, oh my God, yes. Some of you, maybe you're breaking up here with a partner, and you're weighing your pros and cons, what to do, but it seems like you were trying to end something that was unrequited love, only to find success right after. Six of Wands. Here's your Tower. It's coming. And right behind it, there it is. There's the Hermit, where you have a Hermit right here. You've reached Hermit level. That's the wisdom of all the knowledge that you've gained all year, Aries. Okay? So what I was talking about, like benefiting from pain. My daughter, she competes, right? She dances, whatever, all year, losing here, losing there. None of her dance coaches at her studio were supporting her, not doing anything. She pivoted and she started doing things outside. She started working out at home. She was doing it quietly. She started working with other people. She started finding different resources. By the end of this year, this season, she started winning. They're like, oh, how, where, when, what did... She turned that shit into fuel. You're gonna tell me no? You're gonna keep saying I'm a failure? I'm gonna show you. She turned it into fuel, and it became success for her. So it's kind of like what's happening here. It's like the person who got hurt only to turn around and use it as a resource for success. It's the same energy, right? It's like some of you who, you lost a property only to find out that something else came along that was available, cheaper, better, prospering you more. It's taking pain and not letting it attach itself to you and defining you. It's helping you learn from it and using it as a critique to benefit yourself. And that is kind of what's happening there. And this is going to apply to all your relationships. So you're going to be making a lot of partnerships, but you're going to be making wise choices against them. I'm just curious for myself to see something. What's going to happen from this, Spirit? A lot of action back and forth, strategy from your end, and how to get yourself out of the cult. Some of you, if you are, what about for the people who are breaking up? You're going to be torn, but you're hopeful. Trying to make a decision. Yeah, this person has you kind of guarded. You're Queen of Cups. I know you're in love here with somebody also, Aries, but you should be loving yourself far more than anyone else at this moment in time. Okay, what do they have to look forward to next week in regards to their love life? Spirit's been for a little while trying to get rid of some negative love energy, because the love that's coming in for you is heavy fucking duty, like everlasting. Because you are meant to have things end, but you need to learn to let it go. That's why you also have Six of Cups in your advice. Don't be torn. If it died, it died. It needs to transition or come in correct. So, what are we going to talk about for love? Okay, let go of control issues. So the first thing I heard in my head was let go of things you can't control. Things that are out of your environment. I mean, out of your control, like things that are in your environment that you can't control, or things that there's nothing you could do about it. We'll see more in the extended, but also worth waiting for. This is the person I'm talking about that's coming in. You're everlasting. Okay. Let's head on over there. Everyone else, I'll see you next week.